This video is an overview of the digital strategy to address the current and future challenges within education. There are three main strands. First, the future of assessment. Second, societal challenges. And third, culture of learning. Recently, exam boards have announced upcoming changes to their exam processes. In some European countries, many exams are already digitally taken, and we are moving in the same direction. A paper released in October 2023 by AQA sets out the evolutionary changes they are proposing. They highlight the constraints of the current exam system, where the application of knowledge is not well tested. At the Schools and Academy Show in November 2023, Colin Hughes, the CEO of AQA, announced that they were intending to introduce Google into the exam room, with a whole cohort of Key Stage 4 taking one of the core exams digitally by 2030. He was excited by the opportunities digital assessment offers, enabling us to check the understanding of students' knowledge in ways wider than traditional recall assessments. This represents a clear change of ethos in our approach to assessment. Research suggests that exams could also include more innovative approaches to assessment through the use of virtual methods. For example, learners could go to a cafe in France and converse with a French speaker in an authentic environment, or practice and apply knowledge of dangerous or physically impossible scenarios safely through virtual technology. Colin Hughes has said, "We want to assess not just the subject knowledge, but also the digital competencies of learners in subject exams." It is clear that our assessment models and curriculum delivery approaches need to adapt to meet these changes in assessment over the next few years if we are going to enable our learners to do their best in examinations. Over the next few years, we will need to explore the benefits and challenges of digital exams and learn how to integrate these into the assessment model. It is clear from digital learning design principles that written answers will not be the only method of assessment. Alongside multiple choice and written responses, we will have scenario-based categorization and gamification activities, amongst others. An immediate benefit of a digital assessment model is instant feedback and exam grading. But for us as educators, the most important benefit is the dynamic and instant data we can leverage to better understand the progress our students are making. And, through the use of AI-powered analysis, we can investigate gaps and patterns in underperformance to inform intervention planning. Technology presents us with some real challenges. Social media, the rise of AI, and unreliable online sources bring with them certain risks and dangers. However, it is vital that we enable our young people to thrive in these environments. We must give them the tools to successfully navigate cyberspace and guard against manipulative and false media. AI is a powerful assistive tool that will influence our social and working lives from now on. We are equally responsible, alongside parents, for educating young people in how to use this resource responsibly, but also how to identify fact versus fiction. This will be an increasingly difficult thing to do as AI capabilities improve, but we need to ensure students have the knowledge and confidence to recognise and guard against misinformation. In terms of social media, we can encourage students to explore positive contributions, safer behaviour, and become more resilient to negative media by deliberately practising these skills in controlled social spaces like Teams. We need to teach them how to navigate, research, and coexist within cyberspace positively. There are elements within the Microsoft 365 license that allow us to develop this. Within Teams and Teams assignments, we can provide our students with the opportunity to research the internet with control, accuracy, and reliability. Search progress allows us to analyse web browsing behaviour and, based on this data, offer advice and guidance to students. When asking questions in Google, we need to understand how our questions can lead to biased answers. Ask a web browser, "Are cats better than dogs?" and you will receive hundreds of websites that prove that cats are better than dogs. Change the question by swapping cats and dogs around, and the results are very different. If Google is coming into the exam room, we need to ensure that students are able to leverage the power of internet research reliably. There are two key challenges around the culture of learning. The first is student engagement, and the second, school absence. By adapting our curriculum delivery model to look at the learning experience in detail, we can adapt our teaching and learning to focus on improving student engagement, attendance, and outcomes. Improving the design of on-screen learning resources is a quick and easy way to enhance student engagement. By adopting the Universal Design for Learning principles, and by having a better understanding of design principles, we can avoid cognitive overload and therefore engage our students better in learning. Developing inquisitiveness and curiosity will engage students further in learning. We must give them the opportunity for experiential learning and become skilled facilitators in learning. More simply put, we put students at the centre of learning. There are other parts of our business that technology can improve. I've already explained how AI can enhance our ability to analyse data patterns for assessment, but AI-powered analysis also offers us the potential to rapidly respond to pastoral issues and concerns. Technology can also have a positive impact on workloads. One of the biggest challenges for teachers is the vast number of strategies, policies and processes they need to adhere to. It would be crazy to assume everyone can remember everything all of the time. We need to ensure key documents are organised and easy to find. Microsoft Teams offers us a valuable mechanism to collaborate and communicate effectively across the organisation. We need to stop sharing copies of documents via email, and there's no need to create and retain multiple versions of the same document. Practices like these create confusion and can cause mistakes. In Teams, permissions can be set on documents to allow people to either edit or simply view the document. We can work collaboratively, even simultaneously on the same document. Should a historic version of any document be required, version history is a function which is built into all Microsoft programs. There are, of course, some key challenges to overcome to secure positive outcomes. Some of these are urgent, while others are transitional. However, all challenges outlined here need consideration. The best method to deliver this digital strategy would be for students to have one-to-one devices. Obviously, this has major cost implications. By dramatically reducing printed material, we could use savings to equip students with devices. This could be done 1 year at a time, as has happened in many other schools. Or we could look at how bring-your-own-device policies have worked in other settings. Either way, as we progress through the fourth industrial revolution, this is an area that needs serious consideration, investigation, and planning. Although there are some immediate changes we can introduce, we will also need to allow time to design new learning material and develop training for all stakeholders, including parents. The 6 phases outlined in this digital strategy proposal will help guide us through this process. Technology is a rapidly changing element within our teaching toolkit. It is important, therefore, to keep an eye on change and to remain adaptable and responsive, and most importantly, not to stick with the status quo. Arguably, the most important consideration is how we measure impact. The evaluation process must be robust, ongoing, and take account of the views of all stakeholders. There are 2 categories of outcome: administrative outcomes and student outcomes. Our administrative processes will be data-driven, assisted by AI, allowing us to respond quickly to challenges and opportunities. Our students will feel better supported and equipped to deal with challenges through the development of social and emotional learning skills. Student outcomes will improve. We will see enhanced motivation, engagement, academic outcomes, and readiness to successfully enter the employment market. They will also be better skilled to deal with the challenges of technology in wider society. Our teachers will be more adaptable and flexible, and better equipped to manage a broad and challenging workload. To successfully achieve our objectives, we will need all stakeholders to be fully on board with the digital strategy. We'll need to communicate our strategy clearly from the outset, share progress throughout the phases and share best practice, roll out training and capacity building, and collectively work towards achieving these outcomes for our students. Digital technology can be a great enabler in meeting these challenges and deliver a brighter future for our learners.